Hey guys, it's Allison. Welcome back to Underrated. For this week's topic or theme, what we're going to be doing is like a girl talk. I'm going to be talking about relationships, and the other girls are talking about like other topics that we think are like important. But let's get started. Also, if I like keep moving my wrist, it's because it's really hurting. I was at practice last night and I think I landed it wrong. So it's been hurting like all day, but I'll try not to move it because like it could be annoying. I don't know. But what I'm gonna be talking about is relationships, healthy relationships, toxic relationships, and like having enough confidence to like know if you're in the right relationship, I guess. So let's get started. Okay, so, in a toxic relationship, there's, like, a lot of different things that, like, can be toxic, like, the way they talk to you, the way they, like, treat you, if they touch you and you don't want to be touched, if they're talking to other people and, like, it's not an open relationship, like, those are all toxic traits, and it can go back and forth for guys and girls, like, it doesn't matter, girls are toxic, guys are toxic, like, until you find, like, peace with yourself and, like, love yourself, like, you're gonna have toxic traits. I had some in my relationships, my partners had some in our relationships. It's like, it's normal, but it's not good. Like, it's not good at all. If you are in, like, a toxic relationship, you should really, like, either sit down and talk to your partner and be like, yo, this is what's happening. How do we fix it and find a plan together to fix it, or leave the person, find yourself, and then if you guys want to rekindle the relationship, that's fine too. But being in a toxic relationship can literally ruin your entire life. Not that mine ruined my entire life, but like there's things that like I could have been doing at this moment if I wouldn't have been in those relationships. One of the things is the Olympics. I always wanted to go to Olympics for boxing. I mean, I still can, and I'm thinking about whether I want to or not, but I wanted to go to 2020 Olympics. Like, that was my dream. But that didn't work out. But now, like, it's all, like, life's plan. And I've talked to someone that, like, also happened to. They were not boxers, they were a rock climber, I believe. And they were like, yeah, I want to go to Olympics, but then I was in a relationship and it made me distracted. Like, when you're in a relationship, like, good relationships, you support each other no matter what. Like, you want what they want because that's what they want. And, like, in my relationships, I would, like, skip practice or not go running in the morning, and like all those, or like go out to eat, and like all those little things affected where I am now with boxing, and it's not where I want to be whatsoever, but that's okay. Like, I'm gonna work on it. I'm single right now. I started talking to someone, but he seems really like supportive so far, so we'll see how that goes. But I definitely know now what I want out of a relationship, and I think that's also really important. Like, if you do end a relationship, spend time with yourself so that you know how you want to be treated, what your goals are, how you want to treat them. Like, the way I treated my exes is not how I want to treat my future people. Like, I want to treat these people like so much better than how I treated my exes, and that's just because like, so I went from one relationship right into the next. Like, 6 months later, I was in my next relationship. And, like, I didn't take time to heal from the past relationship. And I didn't take time to find myself before getting into the new relationship, which I think I have. I do go to therapy, though, so that's really helpful if you're, like, in a bad relationship. I go to therapy, and we're working through it, definitely. Like, I hope the best for this person, like, and who they're surrounded for. Like, I'm not like, oh, I hate them, like I used to be. Like, I used to be like, I hate every single one of them. Now I'm like, I want you to succeed, I just don't want to be a part of it, which is fine also. But definitely heal before you get into a new relationship, because your insecurities that you had in the past relationship will affect your next relationship. Like when I got into my last relationship, I was very insecure about who I was, about what I wanted, about everything. Like if people liked me, if I was too fat or too skinny or didn't dress right. But like now I'm like, no, I like myself the way I am, and if the person I'm talking to doesn't like me for that, that's their problem, not mine. So they could go away. I'll find someone else. And just have like enough self-respect to know like when someone is treating you badly and you don't want that, whether that is a relationship or a friendship, like, or like family member, like anyone should not be disrespecting you, and you can set those boundaries. That's another thing, have boundaries. Like I didn't have boundaries with my ex, and I think that was a big issue, like, because I would just be like, alright, whatever. But like, no, this is what I wanted to do. Like, let me go do that, and then I'll come back and tell you about it, and then we could go do something else. But I don't know. I was really young during both of the relationships. Like, I'm still young now. I'm just more like mentally like clear and stuff. Yeah, I think like the most important things in like a healthy relationship is support and like respect and loyalty. Loyalty is a big one. Like if you're in a relationship, stick with that person. You chose that person for a reason. Loving someone is a choice. Like if you're gonna be with me and then go talk to some other girl, like I'm not around, I'm not gonna be around when you come back. Let me tell you that right now. Like and that has a lot to do with my self-respect and my confidence now. I went back to one of my exes that did cheat on me. I was insecure as hell. Now I'm not. like if you're gonna go give attention to other girls, like I don't want to be a part of that. You could go do that, but I'm not gonna be here and be disrespected like that. So yeah, and that definitely, like, it's a learning process. So you definitely have to just sit down and learn what you like, what you need to know will come to you. I also believe everything happens for a reason. So like my past relationships definitely built me up to who I am today, which is, I like me today. But yeah, you also need to be confident and trust your partner, and if they give you a reason not to trust them, like pay attention to those red flags. My dad always told me, like, you look for those red flags, and then if like you don't see any at the moment when you're just talking, then you date them. But once you start seeing the red flags, like, red flags are red flags no matter what. Whether you want to ignore them or not, they're there. Yeah, my dad gave me pretty good relationship advice. He said that you break up for a reason, and if they're not willing to change their actions, then don't go back to them, because they're not going to change ever. He told me that after my first breakup, and wow, it stuck with me. I think like a lot of people like just rush into relationships because like it's a cool thing, like to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a partner or whatever. But like, it's not cool to get your heart broken. It's not cool to break someone's heart. Like, it hurts. And like, whether people think like the other like, let's say I broke up with someone, I'm still gonna hurt, like that, like especially if you're spending all your time with them, like a lot. Like, it hurts not being with someone. Like, best friend breakups are the freaking worst breakups in the world. Like, that is a bad pain. I think people just need to be confident, support each other, respect each other, be loyal, and if you're fighting a lot, that, and also on and off relationships are not healthy unless like you date them, you break up, find yourself, and then go back to them. But if you're breaking up every other month, like, that's not healthy. That's what I was doing with my ex, and I don't know what I was thinking. Like, and like, it's embarrassing that like I would do that, and I feel bad for him. Oh, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. Like, if you want to be with someone, be with them for the long run. Like, obviously not all relationships work out, but don't just break up because they told you not to wear flip-flops. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Get ready for Jasmine's video tomorrow, and I will see you next week. Give this video a like, comment, share, subscribe to Underrated. You could go check out my channel. It's just Allison Dancer. I post on that channel on Fridays and this channel on Mondays. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.